Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 10th June. A journey through time of 10th June 2025, Tuesday. Today's, that is 10th June's highlights in history. 1619, 30 Years' War, Battle of Zablati, a turning point in the Bohemian Revolt. 1624, signing of the Treaty of Compiègne between France and the Netherlands. 1692, Salem witch trials. Bridget Bishop is hanged at Gallows Hill near Salem, Massachusetts, for certain detestable arts called witchcraft and sorceries. 1719, Jacobite risings, Battle of Glenshell. 1782, King Buddha Yodwa Chalake Rama I of Siam, modern-day Thailand, is crowned. 1786, a landslide dam on the Dadu River created by an earthquake 10 days earlier collapses, creating 100,000 in the Sichuan province of China. 1793, Jardin des Plantes Museum opens in Paris. A year later, it becomes the first public zoo. 1793, French Revolution. Following the arrests of Girondin leaders, the Jacobins gained control of the Committee of Public Safety, installing the revolutionary dictatorship. 1805, First Barbary War. Yusuf Karamanli signs a treaty ending the hostilities between Transylvania and the United States. 1829, the first boat race between the University of Oxford and the University of Cambridge takes place on the Thames in London. 1838, Mile Creek Massacre. 28 Aboriginal Australians are murdered. 1854, the United States Naval Academy graduates its first class of students. 1861, American Civil War, Battle of Big Bethel. Confederate troops under John B. Magruder defeat a much larger Union force led by General Ebenezer W. Pierce in Virginia. 1863, during the French intervention in Mexico, Mexico City is captured by French troops. 1864, American Civil War, Battle of Bryce's Crossroads. Confederate troops under Nathan Bedford Forrest defeat a much larger Union force led by General Samuel D. Sturgis in Mississippi. 1868, Mihailo Obrenović III, Prince of Serbia, is assassinated. 1871, Shinbengayo, Captain McLean Tilton leads 109 U.S. Marines in a naval attack on Han River Fort on Kangwa Island, Korea. 1878, League of Presidents is established to oppose the decisions of the Congress of Berlin and the Treaty of San Stefano, as a consequence of which the Albanian lands in the Balkans were being partitioned and be given to the neighbor states of Serbia, Montenegro, Bulgaria, and Greece. 1886, Mount Taravera in New Zealand erupts, killing 153 people and burying the famous pink and white terraces. Eruptions continue for 3 months, creating a large 17 kilometers 11 miles long fissure across the mountain peak. 1898, Spanish-American War. In the Battle of Guantanamo Bay, U.S. Marines begin the American invasion of Spanish-held Cuba. 1916, the Arab revolt against the Ottoman Empire was declared by Hussein bin Ali, Sharif of Mecca. 1918, the Austro-Hungarian battleship SMS sent Istvan sinks off the Croatian coast after being torpedoed by an Italian MAS motorboat. The event is recorded by camera from a nearby vessel. 1924. Fascists kidnap and kill Italian socialist leader Giacomo Matteotti in Rome. 1935. Dr. Robert Smith takes his last drink and Alcoholics Anonymous is founded in Akron, Ohio, United States by him and Bill Wilson. 1935. Chaco War ends. A truce is called between Bolivia and Paraguay, who had been fighting since 1932. 1940. World War II. Fascist Italy declares war on France, and the United Kingdom beginning an invasion of southern France. 1940. World War II. US President Franklin D. Roosevelt denounces Italy's actions in his stab in the back speech at the graduation ceremonies of the University of Virginia. 1940. World War II. Military resistance to the German occupation of Norway ends. 1942. World War II. The Ledice massacre is perpetrated as a reprisal for the assassination of Obergefährmann Reinhard Heydrich. 1944. World War II. 643 men, women, and children massacred at Oradour-sur-Glane, France. 1944. World War II. In Distamo, Boeotia, Greece, 228 men, women, and children are massacred by German troops. 1944. In baseball, 15-year-old Joey Nuxhall of the Cincinnati Reds becomes the youngest player ever in a major league game. 1945. Australian Imperial forces land in Bruny Bay to liberate Brunei. 1947. Saab produces its first automobile. 1957. John Diefenbaker leads the Progressive Conservative Party of Canada to a stunning upset in the 1957 Canadian federal election, ending 22 years of a Liberal Party government. 1960. Trans-Australia Airlines Flight 538 crashes near Mackay Airport in Mackay, Queensland, Australia, killing 29. 1963. The Equal Pay Act of 1963, aimed at abolishing wage disparity based on sex, was signed into law by John F. Kennedy as part of his New Frontier program. 1964. United States Senate breaks a 75-day filibuster against the Civil Rights Act of 1964, leading to the bill's passage. 1967. The Six-Day War ends. Israel and Syria agree to a ceasefire. 1977. James Earl Ray escapes from Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary in Petros, Tennessee. He is recaptured 3 days later. 1980. The African National Congress in South Africa publishes a call to fight from their imprisoned leader Nelson Mandela. 1982. Lebanon War. The Syrian Arab Army defeats the Israeli Defense Forces in the Battle of Sultan Yaqub. 1987. June Democratic Struggle. The June Democratic Struggle starts in South Korea and people protest against the government. 1990. British Airways Flight 5390 lands safely at Southampton Airport after a blowout in the cockpit causes the captain to be partially sucked from the cockpit. There are no fatalities. 1991. 11-year-old Joyce Lee Dugard is kidnapped in South Lake Tahoe, California. She would remain a captive until 2009. 1994. China conducts a nuclear test for DF-31 warhead at Area C, Beishan, Low noon, its prominence being due to the Cox report. 1996. Peace talks begin in Northern Ireland without the participation of Sinn Féin. 1997. Before fleeing his northern stronghold, Khmer Rouge leader Pol Pot orders the killing of his defense chief Son Sen and 11 of Sen's family members. 1999. Kosovo War. NATO suspends its airstrikes after Slobodan Milosevic agrees to withdraw Serbian forces from Kosovo. 2001. Pope John Paul II canonizes Lebanon's first female saint, Saint Rafka. 2002. The first direct electronic communication experiment between the nervous system of two humans is carried out by Kevin Warwick in the United Kingdom. 2003. The Spirit rover is launched, beginning NASA's Mars Explorations Rover mission. 2008. Sudan Airways Flight 109 crashes at Khartoum International Airport, killing 30 people. 2009. 88-year-old James Van von Braun opens fire inside the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum and fatally shoots museum special police officer Stephanie Tyron Jones. Other security guards returned fire, wounding von Braun, who was apprehended. 2018. Opportunity rover sends its last message back to Earth. The mission was finally declared over on February 13, 2019. 2024, a plane crash in Malawi leaves 10 people dead, including the country's Vice President Suluhu Chilima. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please do like, share, and subscribe the channel.